Finding a comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands to the knees, closing down the eyes. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Inhaling completely, filling the lungs, the rib cage, the diaphragm. Exhale, squeezing out all of the air. Making each breath a little bit longer than the last. As you exhale, allow the shoulders, the back, the neck to relax, the jaw to drop slightly. Letting go of any racing thoughts, any to-do lists. Just allowing yourself to be present. If you'd like to set an intention for the class or for the day, you can do that now. Anything or anybody you'd like to bring focus to, or just something you'd like to get out of the class. Keeping that intention in mind throughout our practice. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to circle the head around, gently warm up the neck. Exhale the head forward, inhale back. Just moving with your breath. Circle the opposite direction. Exhale the head forward, inhale back. Keeping the eyes closed, take a deep breath in. Exhale, round the spine, bring the chin toward the chest, let all the weight sink back. To inhale, expand the chest forward, drawing the shoulder blades together. Moving with your breath, exhaling, rounding back. Inhaling forward. In full exhalations. Full inhalations. Next time you move forward, move the head toward the floor, keeping the hands on the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands out in front of you, straighten out the arms, inching the fingers out a little further with each exhalation. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left, walking over as far as you comfortably can, and inching the fingers out, pressing out through that right hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right, walking over as far as you can, stretching down the left side, pressing out through that left hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. And slowly rolling up. As you come up, bringing the hands to the knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhaling, rounding forward. Taking full inhalations, and full exhalations. Circle the opposite direction. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding forward. And coming back to center, moving the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left arm behind, fingertips to the floor, or reach around toward the opposite hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to go over the left shoulder. In the back, nice and straight, reaching up through the crown of the head. Twisting a little further with each exhalation. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maintain the twist. Turn the gaze, look over the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Move the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Right arm behind, fingers to the floor, the opposite hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist, look over the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maintain the twist. Turn the gaze, look over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, coming back to center. Dropping the right hand to the mat. Inhale the left arm up. Exhaling, leaning over to the side, reaching all the way out through the fingers. Be stretching out a little further with each exhalation. Maybe turning the gaze to look up, adding that twist in the neck. Inhaling back up. Exhale, drop the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Exhaling, leaning over to the left, reaching all the way out through the fingers and stretching out a little further with each exhalation. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, dropping the hand down, coming up onto hands and knees, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhaling to cow, let the belly sink down as the head comes up. Exhale to cat and round the spine, reach all the way up toward the ceiling, tucking the chin toward the chest. Moving with your breath, inhaling down, exhaling up. Reaching all the way down with the belly, reaching all the way up with the spine. Moving at your pace with your breath. Making your way back to center. Curl the toes, let the hips just start sinking back toward the heels, stretching the bottoms of the feet, the toes, maybe walking the hands back, maybe up on top of the thighs, deepening that stretch, rolling the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, dropping the hands down toward the mat. Keep the toes curled. Inhale, lift the hips. Downward dog. Reaching all the way up to the tailbone. Relaxing the heels all the way down. And the neck in line with the arms. Just walking the feet, alternating side to side. Dropping the heels down toward the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. The belly sink down toward the thighs. Legs stay nice and straight. Relax the head and neck. Relax the shoulders. Slight bend in the knees. Slowly rolling up. As you come up, rolling the shoulders down the back. And clasping the fingers together behind you. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, folding forward. Move the head toward the knees. Pull the hands forward. Stretch through the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start bending the knees. As you inhale, sweep the arms in front of you. Let the hips just sink down toward the heels. Arms can be straight out, hands at the third eye, at the heart, whatever you prefer. Sinking back a little further with each exhalation. Inhaling, straighten up the legs, let the belly sink down toward the thighs. Moving the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Inhale the right arm up, pull the shoulder back, twisting here, reaching up through the fingers. Legs stay nice and straight, lifting up through the tailbone. Exhale, drop the top arm behind, reach around toward the left hip, pulling the shoulder back further. Inhale the arm back up. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Excuse me, move the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Inhale the left arm up, pull the shoulder back, reaching up through the fingers. Exhale, drop the top arm behind, reach around toward the right hip, pull the shoulder back further. Inhale the left arm back up. Exhaling, dropping the hand down. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, back into the bend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, step the feet back into plank. Nice flat back, reaching out through the crown of the head, back through the heels, pulling the belly in. Knees can drop if you need to, but keep the back nice and flat. Reaching out through the crown of the head, back through the heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lowering down toward the mat. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Drawing the shoulder blades together, pressing the hips down to the mat. Exhaling, lowering back down. Moving with your breath. Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you lower. Taking full inhalations, full exhalations. And lowering down toward the mat, curl the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, come up onto hands and knees. Inhale, lift the hips. Downward dog, relaxing the heels down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. The belly sink toward the thighs, nice straight legs. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, drop the hands down to the heart. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, legs stay nice and straight. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, back into the bend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back into a lunge with the left foot back. Front knee right over the ankle, reaching out through the crown of the head, back through the heel. Keeping the left hand on the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Pull the shoulder back, reaching up through the fingers, reaching up through the top hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the hand down. Drop the back heel down, press it slightly backward, pull the belly in. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Pressing the left hip forward, pulling the right hip back, shoulders relax down away from the ears. Inhale, lift up a little bit taller. And exhale, rotate the hips open, warrior two. Reaching out through the fingers, gazing over that right hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the right arm to the right thigh. Left arm alongside the ear, reach all the way out through the fingers, maybe turning the gaze up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the back hand to the back leg, reach over the top with that right arm and all the way out through the fingers, maybe turning the gaze up. Peaceful warrior. Inhaling back up. Exhale, warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Curl the back toes. Drop the back knee down to the mat. Let the hips just start sinking down nice and heavy. Hands can stay on each side of the foot here. Maybe one or both arms up on top of the thigh. Maybe one or both arms up overhead. Keeping the hips sinking low. If you lift the arms and it's too much, bring one or both hands back down to the thigh or to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, straighten out the front leg, pulling the toes back towards you. Let the belly sink toward the inside of the thigh. Head and neck, just relax. Sinking a little bit deeper into the stretch with each exhalation. You can walk the hands back if you need to, if you feel more balanced there. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, shifting your weight forward. Curl the back toes. Dropping the back heel, walking the hands to center here. Turn the toes facing forward. Keep a nice wide stance. You can step out wider if you need to. And dropping the head down toward the mat, hinging from the hips here. Hands can stay next to the head. You can reach out and grab onto the feet. Legs stay nice and straight. If you move the hands, bring them back under the shoulders. Inhaling, lifting the torso up. Turning the toes out. Let the hips sink down toward the mat. Just moving the hips here, side to side. Moving at your pace. Use your full range of motion. No rush. Shifting your weight over toward your right leg. Walking the hands forward, curl the back toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back into plank. Nice flat back. Pull the belly in, reach out through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lowering all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Expanding the chest, pressing the hips to the mat. And then exhaling, lowering back down. Curl the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, come up onto hands and knees. Inhale, lift the hips up. Relax the heels down. Inhaling, extending that right leg back behind. Lifting just as high as you comfortably can here, keeping the hips squared. Keeping that right hip drop down, left heel drop down toward the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, bringing the gaze between the hands. Step the right foot through. Knee over ankle. Take as many steps as you need. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Uttanasana, let the belly sink toward the thighs. Nice straight legs. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, drop the hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, nice straight legs. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, back into the bend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back into a lunge with the right foot back. Good. And keeping the right hand on the mat. Inhale the left arm up, rotating toward that left leg, reaching up through the fingers, reaching up through the top hip, maybe turning the gaze up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the left hand down. Drop the back heel down, press it slightly backward. Pull the belly in. Inhale the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Pressing the right hip forward, pulling the left hip back. Shoulders relax down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rotate the hips open toward the right. Bring the arms straight out from the shoulders. Gaze over that left hand, arms straight, fingertips to fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the left arm to the left thigh. Bring the right arm alongside the ear. Reach all the way out through the fingers. Extended side angle. Maybe turning the gaze up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms up. Drop the right hand down to that back leg. Reach over the top of the left arm and all the way out through the fingers. Inhale, back up. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Curl the back toes. Drop that right knee down. Relax the top of the foot to the floor. Keep the hips sinking down. Hands can stay down. You can walk them up on top of the thigh or bring the arms up overhead. Keeping the hips sinking low. Good stretch through the hips here. The thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Pull the toes back towards you. Let the belly sink toward the inside of the thigh. Head and neck, just relax. Sinking a little bit deeper with each exhalation. Deep breath in. Exhaling, shifting your weight forward. Curl the toes, lift that back knee up. Drop the back heel. Walk the hands to center. Turn the toes forward. Let the head just sink down toward the mat, hinging from the hips. Hands can stay next to the head. You can reach out, grab onto the feet. Vasarita Parattanasana. Bringing the hands next to the head. Inhaling, lifting the torso up. Turn the toes out, let the hips sink down. Just moving the hips side to side. Shifting your weight over toward that left leg. Walk the hands on each side of the foot. Curl the back toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back into plank. Nice flat back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lowering all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Straighten the arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lowering down toward the mat. Curl the toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come up onto hands and knees. Inhale, lift the hips. Relax the heels all the way down toward the mat. Lift up through the tailbone. Inhale, extend the left leg straight back behind, reaching up through the heel, dropping that right heel down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the gaze between the hands. And step that left foot forward, right in between the hands. Take as many steps as you need. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Uttanasana, let the belly sink toward the thighs, nice straight legs. Slight bend in the knees, and slowly rolling up. As you come up, rolling the shoulders down the back. And inhaling the arms overhead. Exhaling, dropping the hands down to the heart. Good. Shifting your weight onto your right foot here. And bringing the left toes to the floor, pulling the belly in nice and tight. Maybe sliding that left foot up, below or above the knee, hands to the heart. Roll the shoulders back, reaching up through the crown of the head. Keep the belly pulled in tight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, move the left ankle over the right thigh. Keep the belly pulled in. And start bending that right knee, bringing the elbows down toward that top leg. Keeping the gaze slightly forward for balance here. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, dropping the left foot down to the floor. Shaking out the legs. Shifting your weight onto your left foot. Right toes to the floor. Pull the belly in nice and tight. Maybe sliding that foot up the leg, below or above the knee. Hands at the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Reach up through the crown of the head. Pull the belly in, engage the core. Pulling up through that thigh and that standing leg. Finding a focal point on the floor in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, move the right ankle over the left thigh. Start bending the knee here. Keeping the belly pulled in tight. Keep the core engaged. And the elbows down toward that right leg. Gaze slightly forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, stepping the foot down toward the floor, shaking out the legs. And then stepping the feet out a little wider than hip distance apart, toes turn outward. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start sinking the hips down toward the mat, making your way into a squat, keeping the feet nice and flat. So adjust the feet if you need to. You can step out further, turn the toes out further. Hands at the heart. And pressing the elbows into the thighs, expanding through the chest, putting up through the chest, the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, exhaling, dropping the hands down, and finding a seated position. Bringing the feet to the floor in front of you, hands back behind the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round the spine, bring the chin toward the chest. Let all the weight sink back, stretching the spine. Inhaling, sitting up nice and tall. And exhaling, lifting the feet up. Maybe letting go of the legs. Pressing the belly toward the thighs. Boat pose, Navasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, dropping the feet down toward the mat. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees nice and wide. Just pulling the heels in to wherever you're comfortable. Make sure the sit bones are flat on the mat, and just moving the knees up and down a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, folding forward, let the belly sink down toward the heels. Maybe walking further forward, bringing the forearms to the mat. If that feels good for you, if not, keep the hands on the feet. Head and neck can relax forward. Maybe moving a little bit deeper with each exhalation. Breath in. Exhaling slowly, making your way back up. Hooking the big toes with the index fingers. Rolling back, finding a balanced position just in front of the tailbone here. Pull the belly in tight, engage the core to stay balanced. You can stay right here, or you can start opening up the legs. Knees might stay bent, they might straighten. Wherever you are is fine, keeping the belly pressing forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, bringing the feet back together. Stepping the left foot over the right thigh, pulling the heel back toward the hip. Nice and centered with your weight here, both sits bones down on the mat. Wrap the right arm around the left leg, left arm behind, fingers to the floor or to the opposite hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist the go over the left shoulder. If you can reach, you can bring the hands together underneath that left bent knee. Gazing over the left shoulder, keeping the back straight, reaching up through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, exhaling, coming back to center, and sliding that left heel right on top of the right knee. And let the left knee sink down toward the right heel. Good. If the knee's up here, that's okay. Just keep the heel on the knee. If you can't get the heel comfortably on the knee, just sit cross-legged with that left leg on top. And so maybe you're feeling it. Maybe you just stay right here in this seated position. Maybe you walk a little further forward, slowly inching the fingers out, stretching deeply into the hips, Agni Stambha, burning logs or fire logs. The belly sink down, head and neck relax forward. Just make sure you're not pressing into the spine. All your movement is forward, pressing the belly forward. Deep breath in, exhaling, walking the hands back up. And just sliding that left foot off the knee here, just sitting comfortably cross-legged here. Inhale the right arm up. Let the hand drop back behind the neck or shoulders. Left hand comes up, move the fingers towards each other. If you can get the hands together, clasp the fingers together. If not, get as close as you can. If you have a strap or piece of fabric or anything handy, you can bring that in between the hands. Rolling the shoulders back, reaching up through the crown of the head, pulling the belly in nice and tight. Gabukasana, cow-faced pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, dropping the hands down. And stepping the right foot over the left thigh. Getting nice and centered with your weight here. Wrap the left arm around the right leg. Right arm behind, fingers to the floor or to the opposite hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Twisting toward the right, looking over that right shoulder. Maybe clasping the hands together underneath that right knee if you can comfortably reach. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, coming back to center. And sliding the right heel on top of the left knee. The right knee sink down toward the left heel so the legs are stacked here. So maybe staying right here, maybe walking the fingers forward. Keeping the belly pressing forward, that lower back nice and flat. Just holding here, breathing deep breaths, stretching deeply into the hips. And just walking the hands back up. And then sliding that right foot off the left knee, just sitting comfortably here, cross-legged. Inhale the left arm up. Let the hand drop back behind the neck or shoulders. Right hand comes up. Moving the fingers towards each other. Rolling the shoulders back. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Nice and tall. Pulling the belly in. Gomukhasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, dropping the hands down toward the mat. Bringing the feet to the floor in front of you, hands back behind the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, rounding the spine, rolling all the way down onto the mat. And walking the heels in towards you, toward the glutes. And flattening out that lower back if it lifted here. You tilting the pelvis slightly upward. Relaxing the shoulders down, let them hit the mat. As you inhale, lifting the hips up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Pulling the knees in so they're no wider than the hips. Pulling the thighs in towards each other. Maybe rolling the shoulders underneath the back and clasping the fingers to get a little deeper back bend. Maybe rising up onto the toes, keeping the hips lifted. Inhale, lift the hips a little bit higher. Exhaling, rounding the spine, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the tailbone down to the mat here. Bringing the arms straight out from the shoulders, palms up or down, whatever feels good. Just rocking the knees side to side. So the knees move to one side. The gaze looks over the opposite shoulder. Bringing the knees back to center. Bring the arms back by the sides, palms facing down, toes pointed forward. Walk the heels back in if you need to. Flatten out that lower back. Inhale, lift the hips up. For bridge pose, Sattu Bandha Sarvangasana, reaching up as high as you can. Pulling the knees in, pulling the thighs in, maybe rolling the shoulders underneath the back. Maybe rising up onto the toes. Sitting into it as deep of a back bend here as you comfortably can today. Inhale, lift the hips a little bit higher. Exhaling, rounding the spine, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the tailbone down to the mat. This time pulling the knees in toward the chest. Hug them in nice and close. Circling on the back. Massaging that lower back. Circling the opposite direction. Bring the knees back to center. Arms by the sides, palms down, extending the legs up over the hips. Keeping the belly pressed down, back nice and flat. The hamstrings are tight. You can use a blanket to prop the hips up on. You can bend the knees here a little bit if you need to. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly start lowering the feet down toward the floor. As soon as that lower back starts to lift here, inhale the legs back up over the hips. Keep the lower back flat. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Just moving at your pace, with your range of motion. Keeping the belly pressed down, keeping the back flat. Strengthening the core here. Bringing the legs up over the hips. Bending the knees in toward the chest. And the bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Grab the feet, pull the heels in toward you. Keeping the knees wide, bring the bottoms of the feet facing the ceiling or the sky. Pressing the knees down toward the floor for happy baby. Maybe rocking side to side. Making your way back to center. Bring the bottoms of the feet back together. Pull the heels in towards you. And releasing the feet, bringing the knees back up on top of the chest. Arms by the sides, palms down. Extending the legs back up over the hips. Good. So you can stay right here. You can hold here. This can be your inversion. You can prop the hips up if that's more comfortable. If you're comfortable with shoulder stand, you can lift the hips up, supporting the lower back. Just getting the legs as straight as you can, getting the torso as straight as you can, pulling the belly in. Relaxing the feet, the toes. Letting the blood just flow from the toes, up the legs, maybe up the torso, with the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, rounding the spine, slowly rolling down. And dropping that right heel down toward the mat. Walk the hands up the back of that left leg. Pulling the leg toward you. So hands can be anywhere on the leg here as long as that knee is nice and straight. Maybe you can reach up and grab the foot, but only if there's no bend in the knee. If it feels better for your back, you can bend the right knee here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the left leg just drop off to the side, keeping that right hip nice and flat. Maybe turning the gaze to look over that right shoulder, adding that twist in the neck, cervical spine. Keep the extended leg nice and straight. Your hand can be anywhere on your leg as long as your knee is straight. Or you can hook the foot here with a strap or any kind of piece of fabric you have handy. Inhaling, lifting the leg back up to center. And moving that left leg into the right hand, rolling over onto the right hip. Keep the shoulder nice and flat on the mat. Turn the gaze, look over the left shoulder. Twisting the spine in opposite directions. Inhaling, lifting the leg back up. Exhaling, bending the knee in towards you, hug it in nice and close. Bringing that left foot down to the mat. Knee can stay bent or you can extend the leg all the way down. Lift that right leg straight up over the hip. Pressing the belly down, flattening out the back. Walking the hands up the back of the leg here. Keep the knee straight. Pull the leg in towards you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the leg drop over to the right. Keeping that left hip nice and flat. And turning the gaze, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling, bringing the leg back up to center. Moving the right leg into the left hand, rolling onto that left hip. Bring the right arm straight out from the shoulder. Turn the gaze, look over that right shoulder. Keep the left leg nice and straight as you extend it out. Hand can rest anywhere on the leg. You can hook the foot with a strap. Inhaling, lifting the leg back up. Exhaling, bending the knee in toward the chest. Tuck it in nice and close. Drop the right foot to the mat. Extend both legs down the mat here. Roll the shoulders underneath the back. Bring the wrists underneath the glutes. You're laying on top of the arms here. Pulling the shoulders in just as close as you comfortably can. As you inhale, come up onto the crown of the head. Fish pose, Matyasana. Stretching down the front of the neck. Lowering back down toward the mat. Walking the feet in towards you. And flattening out that lower back. Bending the knees in toward the chest. Bring the hands to the kneecaps here. And circling the legs in opposite directions. Inhaling as you press away. Exhaling as you pull the knees in. Circle the opposite direction. Inhaling as you press away. Exhaling, pull the knees in. Bending the knees in toward the chest. And the arms by the sides, palms down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the left toes to the floor. Keep the belly pressed down, back flat. Squeeze out all of the air from the lungs, the diaphragm. And then inhaling, lifting that left foot back up. Exhale, drop the right toes down, touch the floor, squeeze out all of the air. And then inhaling back up. Moving at your pace with your breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Taking full, forceful exhalations, getting really deep in the transverse abdominis, strengthening them. Keeping that lower back nice and flat on the mat, keeping the core engaged. And bring the knees back to center, dropping the feet down toward the mat. Let the knees just fall apart here, bottoms of the feet come together. Rock the hips a little bit if you need to get more comfortable. The knees sink all the way down. Bring the hands to the inside thighs. Just pressing gently here, keeping the shoulders relaxed, upper back relaxed. And moving the right hand to the belly, bringing the left hand to the heart. Just breathing here, deep breaths. Letting go of any racing thoughts if they've entered your mind. Just allowing yourself to be present. Slowing the breath, making each inhalation, each exhalation a little bit longer than the last. Maybe even counting the breath. Maybe inhaling to the count of 4. And exhaling to the count of 4. Inhaling to the count of 5. And exhaling to the count of 5. And so on, just working your way up. Relaxing a little bit deeper with each exhalation. Noticing the movement in your body. The breath enters and exits the body. Noticing the feeling of the breath moving that energy throughout the body, moving your prana, your life force. Just taking a moment to appreciate that breath. It's been said that slowing the breath, learning to breathe a little bit slower, extend the lifespan. You can stay in this position as long as you'd like. You can move into a more traditional Shavasana, extending the legs down the mat, bringing the arms by the sides, palms up. Or if you'd rather, you can keep the knees bent, roll onto the side or the belly, bring the legs at the wall, whatever feels good for you. Keeping the breath slow and steady. Keeping the mind relaxed and present, letting go of those racing thoughts. checking in with the body. You notice any areas of tension, stress, or discomfort. Send the breath to those areas, allowing the breath to carry that tension, that stress, that discomfort out of the body. Taking a moment to appreciate being on your mat this morning, taking this time for yourself. And slowly coming back into the room, back into your body. Starting with small movements, wiggling the fingers and toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles, maybe moving the head side to side. Whenever you're ready, rolling over onto one side and just pausing there for a moment. When you're ready, finding your way into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, bringing the hands to the heart. Allowing the shoulders, the back, the neck to relax, the jaw to drop slightly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bow to yourself in gratitude. Bring the fingertips to the lips, honoring your practice. Inhaling back up. We'll end with one long Om. You can join me or you can be silent. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, opening up the eyes. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's been an honor to be with you in this way. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Shay.
Thank you.
Bye,
It's a good
ladies.
class. Bye.
She's still on.
Mike?